Welcome back to Market Pros, and let's get right into it. First, we're going to go over the chart layout, and then we're going to talk about the analysis afterward. I want you guys to know what I am seeing, so that's why we're going to go over the indicators, what's going on in the chart. All right, so you have your moving averages right here, your yellow 21, your red 50, your blue 100, and your purple 200. Next, you have your VPVR here to your right, which measures horizontal volume at a certain price level. Basically, how your volume is vertical, this volume is horizontal. Next, we have your momentum oscillators, one being your RSI, next one being your MACD. Momentum oscillators basically judge bullish and bearish momentum for the price action. Then we have a volatility measurement, which is called your BBWP. Okay, so now that we've went over that, let's go over the analysis. Okay, so your moving averages have converged. All right, so we're basically going sideways right now, so you really don't want to trust the moving averages right now until we get a breakout of the price action one way or the other and get a fan out of these moving averages, probably a multi-crossover as well. Okay, so we did have this little dip, fake people out a little bit. Now we're just going sideways again. So the question is do we have a downside move forming a BART here? And what a BART is, this would be the neutral to bearish case. All right, because we could still come up from there. BART is when you come up, go sideways, make a little Bart Simpson's head, and then crack back down. All right, so, and it can also work inversely. All right, so we're being held down by the 21 or by the 200 right now. Had a little liquidity grab on both sides. Okay, and we're still being held down by the 200. We got the POC right here, right around us. Okay, so we're basically just moving sideways, converging and diverging away from that POC point of control on the VPVR. Uh, so yeah, basically momentum oscillators, neutral median zone right now, below your signal line. MACD basically converged. I mean, your momentum oscillators have basically reset right now. I mean, you are above the zero line, but you could come back down to the zero line, have a little retest, and then a resumption up. Or if you get the crossover and break this last low, that's going to go into the bearish case. You're going to continue falling below as long as you stay above or stay below 16,841. You'll cross above the signal line if you can get back above 16,860. And you'll cross the zero line if we get below 16,668. All right, and then yeah, basically your BBWP very low, but looks like you're trying to turn around. Printing that dark blue bar looks like you're trying to turn around. You need to get out of the 10 percentile, so that's about right here. You need to get out of the 10 percentile in order for this move to start. And then once you get above your moving average, it's really going to pick up, okay? And then especially once that moving average gets a positive slope, that's when the big move is going to happen. We got a big move coming. Now, could go to the downside first, could get a small pullback, finish this BART, you know what I mean, if this is a BART, and then go up. Basically, if you do come back down, you need to hold this level at the 16,600, come back up and break back through the point of control at about 16,815. All right, now the bullish case, basically the bullish case is that you get back above 17K. All right, I got an alert here at 1715. You kind of tell what I'm going to do, but you need a 1 hour closure above that level. I would expect a rejection from 17126 region, where the top of that previous range is. And, probably a pullback to about the 17K region and then a resumption up. So if that happens and we break back out of that range and get a resumption up, that's the bullish case. We'll probably go to 18K. Bearish case is that you break this last low at 16,590 and then break 16,500. I would expect a bounce here, but if you break this level, 15,500 is in the cards. There is a huge move coming. Okay, we got a big move coming. Stay nimble. And yeah, you can play this either way. I mean, we're right in the middle of what's about to happen. Okay, so you got a lot of opportunity coming up. Just need to see which way we break. You know what I mean? And those are your levels. Let's go over to the order blocks. Okay, so you did get rejected basically from the top area about 16,891 at this bearish supply block. Okay, you have fallen below the double one as well. So that's going to be some resistance trying to get back above there. Your stochastic looks like it's trying to curl around right now and get back to the upside, but it's basically just converged against your signal line. Basically, you need to break this last high of the stochastic for the bullish case, break these last lows on the stochastic for the bearish case. If you do break these last lows, I would expect you to come into this deep oversold region and probably about right here at the 3.83 level. All right, because you have these previous lows there, a lot of support. I would expect you to come down to there. All right, so let's go back to the 1 hour. Okay, once again, bullish case, break 17K. Bearish case, you break 16,500. All right, let's move on to Ethereum. By the way, if you guys are liking this video so far, like and subscribe to the channel. Check out the links in the description below. One being the Discord. A lot of good conversation about crypto, trading, investing, markets as a whole. Big community, starting to grow fast. And a lot of good conversation there. Like I said, it is the place to be. All right, so here we have Ethereum. Riding the top, riding the bottom of our red zone that's still being respected. We need to get back above there in order to be bullish. We need to get some closures above basically 1240. All right, your momentum oscillators right now in the neutral zone. MACD, fresh cross to the downside, are printing some dark red bars on this histogram. You will find support at the 0 line. So you're probably going to find support at 1190 because that's when you'd cross the 0 line. 1227 would get us back above the signal line. We'll continue falling below as long as we're below 1221. So, I mean, we're right here. We're right here. We are at an inflection point. BBWP looks like we could still consolidate here for a while, riding out the bottom of this red zone. But it looks like you're going sideways. You did crack up. Your moving averages are starting to curl over a little bit, still converge, so you can't really trust these moving averages about this time. If you break the POC at 1210, okay, if you break that on a 1 hour closure, I do expect this to be a BART. I do expect you to come down to about 1185, okay? And if you break that, you'd probably get a bounce at 1162. But honestly, 1080 would probably be in the cards if you start breaking below these lows. Bullish case is that you break this wick high, about 1231, I would say. You don't even need to break this one, but you need a 1 hour closure in this area. I would expect a minor rejection at, well, maybe a big rejection at 1270. Probably come back down to 1254, and then come up to the top of this range at 1325. All right, so that's really about it for Ethereum. I mean, it's pretty clear cut right now, just like Bitcoin. You got your levels. You're right in the middle of them right now. I mean, basically, Ethereum's a little more towards the top of its level. You need to break back in this zone on a 1 hour closure. 1225 is the level. I mean, that's basically where your highs are here as well. All right, so let's go over to the order blocks and the stochastic. Stochastic, pretty much like Bitcoin, starting to get that fresh cross to the upside. So we do have some conflicting signals here, but you're basically just converged up against that signal line, okay? You are finding support on a bullish demand block right now. You did get rejected from a supply block twice. Actually, yeah, 3 times. Could even count this as a 4th, but this was kind of an inefficiency. All right, so we will have support at each one of these order blocks, which you have seen already. Okay, so we're going to have a lot of resistance in this. So look at that. 1225 is basically right in the middle of this order block. So that's what I'm saying. We have major resistance there. That's kind of why we're grinding out the top right now and we can't break into it. We need to get this stochastic in the bullish control zone, basically into that 60, about that 60 region. All right. Yeah, 60 region. and that'll also break this last high. Basically, we got rejected from the bottom of the bullish control zone on this last high, so we need to get back above that high in order to work into the bullish case. All right, let's move on to Solana. So here on Solana, Solana looks weaker. Solana's moving averages all have a negative slope. The smaller ones are all below the bigger ones. Trying to enter that bearish control zone on the RSI below your signal line. MACD is trying to get that fresh cross to the downside. Getting rejected from that zero line. You front ran at this time. If you continue down and break these last lows, that's not going to look good. We're probably going to roll over. Your BBWP is very low right now, so this next move is going to be a big one. I mean, you're basically going sideways a little down to the right. All right, so bullish case is that you break 200. And, well, the POC would basically get you up to the 200. So if you break the POC at 1226, you're probably going to go up to 1245. If you break 1245 and break these last highs at 1257, all right, I would expect you to come all the way up to 1390. Basically where this VPVR level is right here, and maybe even 1395. That's the bullish case. The bearish case, I mean, basically you break these last wick lows. 1167 on a 1 hour closure. $11 is in the cards, $10 next. If you break $11, we're going to the fucking depths. All right. Bye-bye, Solana. Yeah, that's about it. So if you guys like this video, like and subscribe to the channel. Show some support in the bear market. Turn on this bell notification so you get notified with this motherfucking time-sensitive content. I wish everyone well. Everyone have a Merry Christmas. We will be here tomorrow and on Christmas. So, stay tuned. In the morning, we will be on here. And I wish everyone well. And I will see you tomorrow.